A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Raheem. We took a path in which to be nothing, and that Allah dress us from His infinite rahmah and mercy in the way of knowing ourselves. Mankind invented computers and all their technologies. When Allah teaches us that, I'll show you my signs upon the horizon outside of yourself, and also show you the signs within yourself. The one outside is easier to see than the one inside. So when they ask us to look at these technologies in this day and age, because the technology moving so fast, this is into the world of jinn. This is the convergence of the jinn world into the human world for their intention to overtake and son. What Western people understand of aliens, of fallen angels, of ghosts, we call jinn. There are jinn that live amongst us and the jinn who live outside of this planet and in these planets and in these universes. This device of the computer and technologies was to enter into their world. The jinn are a spiritual being made from energy, a smokeless fire which is electricity. Their being is of a fiery nature, unstable element. Their subtle reality has no physical protection. As a result of their spiritual power but physical frailty, they conceal themselves within different forms. They have power, but because they have no form, they're exposed to elements, they're exposed to everything that could put out their electricity. Their world is based on imagination, the imaginal world. As much as they can imagine, as much as they can manifest themselves, and they encourage us to imagine so that they can manifest. And the computer was their way of asking us to communicate with them. These are a reality from the time of Sayyidina Sulaiman that Allah had given Sayyidina Sulaiman command of the angels, of the jinn, of creatures, of everything. That I have subjected to you all this creation with just the ring from the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad. At that time when Sayyidina Sulaiman requested that, I want the throne. The throne is a symbol of authority and power. He had asked the Ifrit. The Ifrit said, I will bring you the throne but take some time. And Allah didn't want to establish the sunnah of the Prophet from asking Ifrit. So min Ahli Kitab, his wazir who had knowledge of the book, I'll bring it to correct it. But don't ask them, ask from the knowledge of Allah's heavenly book. that they learned the kitab of Allah means that they went deep into the haqqaiqs of Sayyidina Muhammad. And the one from the book said, I'll bring it. By the time you blink your eye, faster than what the Ifrit was going to pick up and steal the throne and bring it into the presence of Sayyidina. So means this knowledge of using the Ifrit then became the choice for mankind. They have a choice in life in which to rely on the Ifrit or rely on heavenly kitab and the people of the book, the people of the knowledges. Allah wants for us, be Rabbaniyun. They learn that reality and then they taught that reality, and they have more power than those beings. So then they made this computer for the majority of insan come into our world. And Allah say, how many of them have you taken as your lords and your protectors? And that's the exact role they wish to play for insan. They want to be the lords of mankind and they want to be the power and the protection for insan.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi Rose Teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi Rose tea. Order online now.
Naz Window Blinds offers high-quality custom window coverings for both residential and commercial projects. We offer a stunning range of colors and design options. We also provide an on-site measurement and style consultation so that you can be sure you're getting the very best option for your windows. Let us enrich the look, feel, and value of your space with custom window coverings. Call Naz Blinds today.
This device of the computer and technologies, this is the jinn world. As soon as we use those softwares, you're entering into their machine language. That machine language breaks all your words all down to numbers, because the universal message, the universal language is numeric. It's not kalam, it's not the letters. The letters can be many errors, but the angelic code is in numbers. These numbers will be compiled and broken down into smaller numbers, pockets of numbers, then sent to an assembler. That assembly software will take your numbers, make them into 1 and 0. When it starts to enter into the machine, into this device, they taught insan, make a chip. The jinn's preferred environment is the sand, hence the silicone chip. They taught them, make a chip based on silica, based on sand, we can live there. We'll occupy that chip and we'll give you and facilitate for you whatever you ask of us. You merely type it and we are hearing it and obeying and sending out the command. So they taught them how to make a home for them. what they're planning to bring onto this dunya is that they want everything to have a chip. In that residence and that machine language that only understands ones and zeros, it's actually a current because they're energy, they're electricity. They don't read even numbers and ones and letters, it's a current, long current, short current, long current, short current. On, off, on, off, on, off. So when we're typing, we're sending them an energy current in which they understand and they are retrieving. Don't think that you're googling and it's going somewhere and you're entering somebody's computer and you're pulling out the file you want. No, no, you're asking them. They're going and finding the location within a fraction of a second, and they bring that information back onto your computer to give to you. Then they say, "Oh insan, that we can do it even faster, so why don't you make something smart?" So now the power in which people are computing is going to be immense. These phones have a much more powerful structure than those original PCs, because they say, "We want to bring you more, we want to bring you like the time of Sayyidina Sulaiman, whatever you request of us we'll bring it, but in exchange we're going to have you to worship us, and you'll think of us as your provider." Educate yourself with Islam. If you don't even know what's an angel and a fallen angel, you're already so in the dark with your knowledge. Oh, this is our ancestry, this is our inheritance. Read these realities and you won't fall for this ignorance. Their intention is to have the worshipness of mankind, to set themselves as an authority and a power that we will protect you, and that if you don't follow us we will destroy you. They fear us, not Allah. All destruction in Allah's hands, all blessing in Allah's hands. Then Allah said, "Fear nothing but me." Now people are farther from their belief. The more that we use these devices we stop using our spiritual ability. Your heart, and if we go to people and say that, "I have through my heart the ability to call you." We say, "This is crazy, what you talking about you bearded people?" But I said, "This can do it, you believe, but what God created can't do it." So then people became idol worshippers. These are the idols of modern time. These are the products that people worship. You can use it as your servant or you become a servant to it. It's different. We use it to propagate Allah, to propagate the glory of Sayyidina Muhammad, but we're not slave to it, but it should be slave to us. But its haqqaiq and its reality is important to understand, that this device from the jinn world, this device from their world is the intention of coming into our world. That as you stare and you look at it, the energy emanating from it has already grabbed your face. Because we don't understand that we're energy beings. This physical beatific face that you see, there's a light shining out. It's not just this, it's not just flesh, there's energy emanating out. What they want is that put your energy towards us, and we're going to absorb everything from you. We want to feed off of what God had given to you and not given to us. We want all your focus, we want your belief, and we want to take away your belief in Allah, and that's exactly what's happened.
Knowledge, quality, integrity. Star cares about your best interest and have a wealth of experience to match. We've been in the business 30 years and are here to lead you every step of the way. Whether it's building the custom home of your dreams, doing gorgeous home renovations, building a laneway home, or revamping your commercial space. The STAR process works. Just ask our hundreds of satisfied customers.
We have several properties, and the best thing about Star for Life Services is that the work is done in a very timely manner, and we're always very pleased with the result.
STAR, let's make your dreams happen. Call us now to book your free consultation.
People have lost their humanity. Nobody even has the ability to communicate anymore. 5 people sit down on a table, 5 people go take out a phone, and they're not even looking at the human interaction. And that's all the shaitan wanted. Don't look at each other, don't look at me, just look at me. What do you want? I'll send it to you. You don't even have to move. Where ultimately you become the battery. You become the source of power, and they become like the vampire, that they pull out all the energy of insan, and they are vampiring insan's energy, and that's all they wanted. Now they say the next generation that coming out of these smartphones very soon will be integrated with your thought. Say the power of this phone is only as good as the speed of your fingers, and the jinn say, oh, we don't want that, we want to fully integrate with your brain, where we overtake even your thinking process, not where we wait for your command. They want the moment of what they think machines are singularity. It's not singularity with the machine, it's a singularity with the jinn world. That you are the chosen creation of God, we are much more powerful than you, we're going to overtake you because our leader is coming, the Dajjal is coming. So they are preparing the way for their leader, where they immediately overtake that insan with all their technologies. The technology coming out on the next generation smartphone will be integrated with your thought. As soon as you think it, it'll bring it from every direction into your presence. They're trying to make even their instant printing replicate. You want the throne, we'll replicate it, and then instantly print it in front of you. All of those technologies, everything that they brought was to get the worshipness of mankind. Those were the ifrit. Now they understood, they have what's called a quantum computer coming. The speed in which that device calculates, they try to explain it as that it's in multiple universes, parallel universes, it's calculating and bringing. What they are making contracts with are demons. They are beyond ifrit, but the big shayateen that want to come to destroy insan and destroy this world. As soon as those devices are moving, they're making requests from demons, and those requests will begin a power that they cannot control. Understand what shaitan is trying to do with it. Is trying to take the worshipness of insan and mankind, trying to facilitate their favours. What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? I bring it for you. As long as we understand that concept, then you're continuously battling that desire, continually battling that what this phone is trying to show me, what this phone is trying to lock onto me. And don't underestimate it, it's reading your heart. You want to see pictures of women, it's starting to send you pictures of women. It's starting to put bad characteristics into your heart and you begin to make requests from people. Who do you think's doing that? Every vice, its source of reasoning and energy is that device. Because before you had to provide an action and go somewhere to do something bad. Now say, no, you just sit where you are, we'll inspire every badness to come to you. So imagine now all these devices, what it's done to this entire population, and that's all they want. The reverse is then towards the heavenly kingdom. What the shayateen are trying to copy with their pulses of energy, making ones and zeros, its reality was from paradise. If you think dunya has a complicated system to talk with the lower world of shayateen and ifrit, imagine trying to communicate with angels and the heavenly kingdom. And awliyaullah understood that that binary code is a lower level than what Prophet is describing. He's describing, I have one face to creation in my reality of my nuqt, and I have one face to the Creator. Our life was to copy that reality of Prophet, to reach towards the haqqaiq of Basira Lam Jalala. Lam Alif is the reality of that relationship. This Lam and this Alif is continuously changing. Then when Prophet is off, Allah present. When Prophet is on, then we're moving towards that reality. We pray that Allah grant us an understanding of the heavenly technologies, the reality of what these physical technologies are trying to do onto this dunya and how they're trying to occupy the hearts and the minds of insan. And awliyaullah are busy trying to get us to connect back to the Divinely Presence, that put the face back towards Sayyidina Muhammad, put the love and the emotion back towards Prophet to be dressed with the real binary code, the real quantum computing. Those whom are fusing in that reality, they're being dressed by that reality and blessed by that reality. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon, as-salamun ala al-mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammadin Mustafa wa bi sirri Rasul al-Fatiha.